Hello, this is a video just for the lecturers for MGT310 to kind of understand their website. Everyone's website is slightly different, but I'm just going to explain the distance website and then hopefully you can decide which parts of the website you'd like to use. So firstly, this is the landing page. The idea is that you want to put your contact details at the top so that they can see them really clearly. That's the most important thing because that's probably what students go to the landing page for. And then on the right side, you've got these two columns. And what I'd like you to do in the two columns is you can, change it each week to say something different. So you could say, announcements for this week, blah, blah, blah. Or you could, write some reflections on the case study before you start for the students to think about. Editing this, you don't touch the columns, you just delete that, type whatever you want into it. Same with down here. And just try and change it weekly so that the students come back to look at the content. I'm just going to clear that. Now, so all the stuff on the side, Paul has elected to do it as questions. So that the students are clear what each thing is. But let's have a look here at the learning process. So up here it says, how do I complete the learning process? So what students want to do is they want to you might want to download the PowerPoint, talk about how you will learn. This is an inquiry-led process of learning. So the distance group and hopefully the other groups are going to be learning the content through reading a case. It's important for the lecturer to be across the content so that they can guide them to the right parts of the content based on the case. So step one, join a group. So internal students, you're already going to be in a group, basically just in your class. So that's fine. There's also online options on how to join a group. I'll just show you what it looks like there in this website. So you click, how do I join a group? Students just need to click in here and they've already enrolled. And then they visit their website. So this is an Adobe Connect site. And if you look in this site, there's actually a YouTube video inside the site explaining how to use it. So in your meeting, you want to decide on your assessment submission dates. We've talked about basically the fact that the students can decide when they want to submit their dates. You'd want these dates that they submit their assessments to be before the next case study begins. And here, see, we have the video on how to use Adobe Connect Room. Step 3, share summaries of your meeting and ask questions. So the students, after watching the case study, the idea is that Paul really wants them to come up with questions, and he'll have some discussion questions which you could give them. This should lead them into the content that you've probably been teaching previously. And yeah, so step 4, they submit their assessments, etc. It's really important for PBL subjects to make sure everyone's participating and that you know where you'd like the case study to go in terms of the content, and make sure that you're helping the students communicate in a way that is respectful, and sort of it's really important that they understand why they're doing it this way as well so that they don't get really frustrated. Look down the side, we have other things like this submission date scheduler. That's how they tell you when they want to submit their assessments. The online students have this option of how do I post summaries of my meetings and ask questions. This is basically a discussion forum where they can post a summary of what they've learned. This is important for online students. Of course, with face-to-face students, you'll probably already know what they've been discussing, and so this point becomes unnecessary. This is just how to submit it through Grade Center, and this is the basically just the should be the survey that they fill in. So really all you have to know is that Paul's going to give the students the YouTube video that has the case study and the discussion questions in his announcements. Those are going to be used in the groups, and the groups can either meet online through the website, or they can meet face to face.